want to ask you also about another story here, too, which is about the media arena we all swim in, controlled by the internet and the big tech companies. The Media Research Center's Free Speech America researchers have gone and done, I think, a pretty important piece of work here, exposing 41 times that Google has been caught interfering in U.S. elections. And this has been going on for at least 16 years. Stephanie, tell us about this. It's extraordinary.
That's right. And I'm glad that you brought this up. So the Media Research Center researchers really put together a very interesting and very detailed 16-page report on these instances, as you pointed out, 41 instances of it. And it's kind of what we've talked about before, is that there's algorithms that seem to be in favor of the left. And what this report found is that not only are they typically in favor of the left, but they're in favor of the most liberal candidates. So this goes as far back to 2008. And the researchers are saying that actually Google may have interfered in the 2008 primary between Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton in support of Barack Obama. And how Google would do this, what researchers found is that they would hide campaign messaging, they would push information into further pages so it wouldn't be the first thing that you would see when you would do the Google search. And so basically it's a manipulation of the algorithm. And they're saying that it's actually escalating and increasing as we go into 2024 in support of Joe Biden. So again, it's not just necessarily against Republicans, it is, but also the liberal candidates who are a threat to the chosen liberal candidate. So, and the big picture here is that this is a threat to democracy, right? You don't want the Google overlords or the people behind the scenes trying to influence how you think and how you vote.
And I mean, this comes down to that whole sort of question that we have with the big tech companies about whether or not they're publishers, and so they have a certain set of rights and obligations, or whether they're more of a public square. And to hear you say it, basically you're saying Google is kind of like a public square, and they are subtly tilting what we hear in it, with potentially shifting, more than 1 or 2 or 3 percentage points of votes one way or the other as they'd like to do. That's pretty scary, isn't it?
It is. And Google has come out and they denied the allegations and claims that were put forth in this report. But again, I am encouraging your audience to go read this report and look at the examples of it. And it is pretty hard to deny. And they're saying that, why would we do this to our audience? We want to be fair to all sides. This is our business model. We want everyone to use Google and do their searches there. But again, you got to see how this is all going on behind the scenes and the examples of it. So, I mean, it's pretty hard to ignore.
Finally, I want to ask you about this story, which I guess in some ways completely unsurprising news. A new study out of Finland has found that woke people are, get this, more unhappy, anxious, and depressed. Now, I don't know about you, Stephanie. I spend a lot of time on social media. I find all the woke people I encounter there to be rays of sunshine who have no personal issues or neuroses. What do you make of this study?
I'm assuming you're being sarcastic, because I usually find them to be the angriest, craziest people online. Very mean to, by the way, the things that they say to me. I mean, if you're fussing around and worrying about pronouns and all of these things, I would say that you're living a very privileged life if that's your biggest concern of the day. But yeah, I mean, these people, I'm not surprised by the findings of this study.
Yeah.
And my advice to those people who are unhappy is get outside, exercise, eat healthy, start a family, find some hobbies.
Bingo. Couldn't say it better myself. Stephanie Hamill, thank you so much for the Media Research Center. Really appreciate it.